Welcome to my YouTube channel Ayurveda Basking. In this series we are starting our next topic, that is from the Ayurvedic anatomy. In Ayurvedic anatomy we are first studying the topic that is Garbha Sharira, in which we see the formation of Garbha, Shuddha Shukra Lakshana, Shuddha Artava Lakshana, then Garbha Vriddhi Bhavas and the Masa Anumasa, month wise development of the Garbha in case of Ayurveda. First we see some basic framework of modern. We know on the 14th day of the menstrual cycle there is a release of ovum from the Graafian follicle, and in the fallopian tube at the isthmic junction it unite with the sperm, and there occur the process known as the fertilization. After fertilization it form the next stage, that is the zygote, and in their zygote cleavage occur, that is the cell division, and form different type of cell, 2 cell stage, 4 cell stage, 8 cell stage, and morula 8 to 32 cell stage, then form the blastocyst. Around 6th or 7th day of the fertilization this blastocyst form and it get implanted into the wall of the uterus, that is known as the implantation of the blastocyst. In this diagram you can also see first stage is the when egg leave the ovary and enter the fallopian tube. After entering the fallopian tube at the junction point it react or it unite with the sperm to form the zygote. In zygote there occur the cleavage. Fertilized egg divide into 2 cell, 4 cell, 8 cell, and finally implanted into the uterus in the form of the blastocyst. Blastocyst is implanted into the uterus. In case of Ayurveda, our Acharya give the different type of definition of this Garbha. First we discuss about the according to the Sushruta Acharya. Sushruta Acharya say शुक्र शोणितम गर्भाशयस्थम आत्म प्रकृति विकारम समूर्छितम गर्भ इति उच्यते. It is very important definition of the Garbha. Acharya say Garbha is formed by the union of this factor. First is the Shukra. Shukra means the sperm. Second is the Shonita. Shonita here is the synonym of the ovum, and sometime we also said it the Artava. Third is the Atma. Atma is soul. Here you can see this is the Atma, consciousness, or you can say the soul. And Prakriti. Prakriti have that manifestations from Prakriti, Buddhi, Ahankara, that develop from the Prakriti, whole organism develop. And next is the Vikara. In Vikara there comes Indriyas and Manas. All these factors when unite to form the Garbha. So here is the definition. Shukra Shonitam Garbhastam Atma Prakriti. So first component is the Shukra, sperm, then Shonita, Atma, soul or consciousness, Prakriti, nature, Vikara, that is Indriyas, etc. This all unitely form the Garbha, and this definition is given into the Sushruta Samhita Sharira Sthana 5th chapter 3rd shloka. According to the Acharya Charka, he say Shukra Shonitam Jeev Samyogo Tu Kalu Kukshi Gate Garbha Sangyata Sambhavati. Means there is the union of the Shukra with Shonita in presence of Jeev. Jeev here denote the soul or Atma and form the Garbha in case of Garbhashya. Garbhashya means होता है Garbha Ashya. Ashya means the location. Garbha means the fetus. Fetus location कहाँ होता है? यूट्रस के अंदर. सो गर्भाशय डिनोट द यूट्रस. शुक्र शोणितम जीव संयोगो तु खलु कुक्षिगतो गर्भ संज्ञा. तो गर्भा इज द joining of Shukra and Shonita in presence of the soul and form the Garbha. It is given in the Charak Samhita, Sharirasthana, 4th chapter, 5th shloka. Now our first topic we discuss about, that is the Garbha Sambhava Samgari. Garbha Sambhava Samgari means, Sambhava means the, that is essential. Samgari means factors, or Garbha means conception. So we can simply meaning it, Garbha Sambhav Samgari, the factors essential for the conception. And in our Ayurvedic text there are 4 major factors which are responsible for this Garbha. First is the Ritu, Kshetram, Ambu and Bija. First is the Ritu, Akshetra, Ambu, Bija. Bija means seed. Here it denotes the sperm and ovum. Ambu means nutritious fluid. Akshetra means uterus, where implantation occur. Along with this, the Panch Mahabhuta we already discussed in our previous video. These are the important factor for the Garbha Sambhava Samgari, and also known as the Garbha Bhava, that is the essential factor for the conception. Next, the shloka defining this factor is Dhruvam Chaturnam Sanidhyad Garbha Syad Vidhi Purvak Ritu Kshetram Ambu Bijanam Samagrad Kuro Yatha. Means these are the 4 Chaturna Sanidhya, means this should be present in Garbha Vidhi Purvak accordingly, like Ritu, first factor, Akshetra, second factor, Ambu, third factor, fourth factor is the Bija, and also known as the Samgari for the conception. Chaturna means they are 4 in number. Sanidhyat should be present in the Garbha accordingly. You can see the diagram also. First we have to take our Bija. Bija is the ovum, जो कहाँ से आता है, फीमेल से आएगा, एंड स्पर्म जो कहाँ से आएगा, मेल से आएगा. देन ऋतु हियर डिनोट द मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल फीमेल में होगा. दिस इज यूट्रस, दैट इज द अक्षेत्रम, एंड आहार रसा is representing the Ambu. Ambu simply means water or jala. In this case it represent the Ahara Rasa, like a woman eating some food. After the digestion of that food, it get converted into the Sara and Kitta portion. Shara is the essence, that is the absorbable part. Kitta is the metabolic waste. This Sara further form the Rasa Dhatu, and this Rasa Dhatu is also known as the Ahara Rasa or the Ambu, nourishmenting factor जो नरिश करेगा fetus को. First we discuss about the Ritu, that is the first factor. Ritu is the normal female menstrual cycle that indicate the proper timing. Like we know, in menstrual cycle, first 3 days there is occurring the menstruation phase, in this bleeding occur. Then 3 to 4 days there is the proliferative phase. In proliferative phase there is the formation of the follicles, and at the 14th day Graafian follicle excrete the oocyte, secondary oocyte, and ovulation occur. If there is no FUD, and then the remnant of the Graafian follicle in the ovary form the corpus luteum. This secrete progesterone, and this is known as the post-ovulatory period. And due to the secretion of progesterone, known as the secretory period. And after the secretory period is over, again the menstrual cycle starts. This is the common basic framework of menstrual cycle. Here Ritu is representing that female menstrual cycle. In this we note this is the ovulatory period. Here the ovum release from the ovary, so it is the better time for the conception. If a female if there is intercourse between this period, ovulatory period, near the ovulatory period, there is higher chance of conceive. Ritu Acharya explains into two purpose, that is release of ovum, that is occurring in the ovulation 14th day of the menstrual cycle, and if there is release of ovum and also presence of sperm, occur the fertilization. So Ritu having two common major important function is release of ovum and the fertilization. Ritu Kala कौन सा काला होगा? काला मीन्स द टाइम, वो टाइम जब ओवम रिलीज होने वाला होता है. दिस पीरियड इज नोन एज द ऋतु काला. Obviously when the ovum is started to release, it is the best time for conception because a woman can easily conceive in this period. And our Acharya gave one of the simile for this, like as the lotus flower closes its petal at the end of the day, like that once the Ritu Kala completed, yoni or vagina get closed, and after the Ritu Kala is closed, a woman can't conceive. A woman can't conceive. Here what is denoting this line? Actually our Acharya explained Ritu into two ways. First way is the fertile age, that is 12 to 50. 12 means when first menstruation come, that is menarche, and 50 means when stoppage of menstruation occur, that is the menopause. So this time period is known as the fertile age of the woman. After 50 a woman normally can't conceive. So that this period is related with the daytime of lotus. After 50 there is no menstruation, no conceive. Same at night, after night lotus flower will close its petal and there is no opening of that petals. Second, it's considered with the menstrual cycle. Which phase of menstrual cycle? Before ovulation up to ovulation. When Shuddha Shukra and Shuddha Artava in Garbhasya, they form the Garbhadana, because Garbhadana means the formation of fetus. और फॉर्मेशन कब होगा? जब ओवम और स्पर्म मिलेगा. इन ऋतु काला वुमेन लुक healthy, bright, happy, excited and sexually interested due to the release of the estrogen. Because in this Ritu Kala, basically this is related with the proliferative phase. In proliferative phase there is developing follicles. These developing follicles increase the estrogen level, and this estrogen level bring about some healthiness, brightness and happiness to the female. On the 14th day when the ovum release, there is a maximum chance for conceive. So this period Ritu Kala denoted the ovulatory time in case of women. Now we see some clinical importance of Ritu. Ritu is considered with the proliferative phase or peri-ovulatory period. Like this is the 14th day ovulation, and this is 11, 12 and 13th day. This is known as the peri-ovulatory period near the ovulation. End of peri-ovulatory phase, the mature follicle will develop and rupture. Which follicle is Graafian follicle. It mature and rupture, excrete the oocyte with some granulosa cells into the oviduct or fallopian tube. Then fertilization occur. In case of some infertility, like minor infertility cases, if someone have the oligospermia, means low sperm count, this ovulatory time period is preferred for intercourse, so they can conceive. And This period is also used for collecting ovum from the oviduct for in vitro fertilization, because ovum is freshly released in this period, so we can take the ovum for the in vitro procedure. Next, our second factor is the Ambu factor. Now we see what is this Ambu and how it make. So let's say there is one woman, she eat good food and digestion occur on that food. After digestion, the food is differentiated into two parts. One is the Sara portion, another is the Kitta portion. Sara portion is the essence of that food and Kitta portion is the metabolic waste, and this further form that feces and urine, etc. This Sara portion is the absorbable food and it further form the Rasa Dhatu and the 7 dhatus present in the body further modification. And this Rasa is the nutritious fluid that a fetus get from mother. Nourishment received by the garbha from the ovum and sperm. Ambu means the rasa after complete digestion of the food. According to the Charka Acharya, 3 functions in the pregnant woman are described for this Ambu. First function is the Sava Sharira Pusti, means like this process is occurring in the female body. So first function is to nourishment the body, because we eat food for nourishes our body. So first function of this rasa or Ambu is the nourishment of the female body. Second is the stanya lactation, because after the childbirth she have to feed the baby. For that this process is must, and this is the function of that Ambu. Third is the Garbha Vriddhi, means development of that fetus or growth of that fetus that is inside the female. In Ayurveda, nourishment of fetus is described into 2 parts, means how the fetus get nourished is described into 2 parts. First part is when the first day of conception till the baby develop some part are in the process of making, they are not fully developed. And in this time period there is 2 way of getting nourishment. First is the upasneha and second is the upasveda and upasneha. उपस्नेहा में क्या होता है, ओस्मोसिस होता है और डिफ्यूजन होता है, जिससे क्या होगा, डायरेक्ट जो भी एब्जॉर्बेबल पार्टिकल होंगे वो डिफ्यूज़ कर जाएंगे या ओस्मोसिस हो जाएगा, अकॉर्डिंग टू इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल ग्रेडियंट होगा, डाउन हिल होगा। सेकेंड होता है उपस्वेदा। उपस्वेदा में क्या होता है कि ये थ्रू होता है एब्जॉर्बिंग द मॉइस्चर को एब्जॉर्ब करके जो नरिशमेंट होगा उसको बोलते हैं उपस्वेदा। सेकेंड कब होगा, जब फीटस के ऑल ऑर्गन और बॉडी पार्ट अच्छे से बन चुके हैं, तो उसमें क्या होता है, एक ट्यूब बनता है जो बच्चे और मदर के बीच में कनेक्शन का काम करता है, इम्बिलिकस ऑफ द फीटस विद द मदर्स हार्ट, एंड दैट इज़ द इन वी से द प्लेसेंटा इज दिस। Nutritious of food travel through the dhamanis and reaches the appara. Appara word is denoting this placenta. Any improper diet affect कर सकती है गर्भा को and create कर सकती है गर्भा विकारा। गर्भा विकारा means diseases that a गर्भा or a fetus can develop if a woman eats some unhealthy food or some viruddha ahara, then this kind of disease can occur easily. Third is the bija. Bija simply means the seed. Like for if अगर हमें कोई भी पेड़ चाहिए है तो उसके लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ता है, बीज बोना पड़ता है, सीड देना पड़ता है। सेम वैसे ही अगर हमें कोई इंसान चाहिए है, कोई चाइल्ड चाहिए, तो उसके लिए भी हमारे पास बीजा होता है, एंड दैट बीजा इज़ द स्पर्म कम फ्रॉम द मेल एंड ओवम कम फ्रॉम द फीमेल. Term is used for the, and this bija contain the genetic material like chromosome हो सकता है, DNA and the gene. This is the diagram of the sperm and this is the diagram of the ovum. In the next video we see the importance of this sperm and ovum, their lakshana, means their characteristic, how they can vitiated, and how we can prevent them from vitiation. Okay, next is the fourth and last samgri is included is the akshetra. Akshetra means you can say simply the field region. Akshetra indicate the garbhasha. Garbhasha मतलब गर्भा प्लस आशिया. आशिया होता है लोकेशन, गर्भा मीन्स fetus, so we can say it is the fetus location is the Garbhasha, that refer to the reproductive system of the mother or especially the uterus. You can see this diagram also, ovary having the medulla and the cortex. In cortex follicles are developing, then this is the oviduct attached to the uterus, and this is the part of uterus, fundus, body of the uterus where implantation occur, and this is the innermost layer, endometrium, myometrium, perimetrium, and cervix, vagina. This is the part of the uterus, you know. Next is the, as seed grow properly in the well prepared akshetra, like if you prepare a seed and properly sow it into the field which is well managed, this seed can easily germinate, or this can easily form a plant or a which thing you want to make. Same as if your ovum and sperm are good in condition and they are germinated on the unvitiated akshetra, means your uterus is well formed and without any diseases, without any vitiation. In that case fetus can grow easily. Garbha plus Asha is the place where Garbha develop, and it should be well grown and without any disease. In Ayurveda it is said that Garbhasha lies in the third avrata of Yoni. Yoni here represent the vagina, and it is said that it is having the three avarta, first avarta, second avarta, third avarta. First is the fibrous होता है, सेकेंड जो होता है वो मस्कुलर होता है, और थर्ड जो होता है वो मेम्ब्रेनस होता है. एंड दिस थर्ड आवृता इज लाई इन द गर्भाशा वेयर द इम्प्लांटेशन अकर. आचार्य स्टेट गर्भाशा इज सिमिलर टू द रोहित मत्स्य. रोहित मत्स्य से क्यों उसका सिमिली दिया जाता है? बिकॉज ऑफ माउथ ऑफ द रोहित फिश लाइक this kind of measurement our uterus have, so that this shape it is compared with the rohit fish. If any structural deformity in the akshetra lead to the failure of the conception. Okay, thank you guys.